Hey, this is Danny Rom, and welcome back to Pokemon Friendship Red. In the last segment, Nick was able to skillfully capture 2 Pokemon while doing some much-needed leveling up. We have a very strong party member in the form of Hariyama. Right now, I would like to go shopping for 2 reasons. One, to get that Super Potion back that I had used accidentally. Wouldn't hurt to get a couple more potions as well. And 2, to try to sell that nugget. We're gonna see if it actually is a nugget. If it is a nugget, then that means good things for a certain Master Ball that we'll be getting in the future. And indeed, we do find a nugget, so that's good. It means that when later in the game we'll be given a Master Ball, we will probably be given an actual Master Ball. So, as Nick had correctly spoiled, today is going to be getting through Route 25 and all the trainers therein. I'm going to try to get all the way to Bill, so that way we'll get our SS ticket and be on our way. So that was the guy that Nick fought. Also, these patches of grass here, you can see there's this one tile that sticks out. If you press A at it, you will find an item. In the original games, these were berries that were buried, and it's actually the only way to get berries in the original games. In the new games, however, it'll be different items instead. So what I'm going to do is speed this guy up. Okay, there we go. Weightlifter Kim, he has a Larvitar. I trust that Hariyama will be good. The ability Huge Power is pretty good for us. That'll double Hariyama's attack. Unfortunately, we don't really have any good, consistent, reliable attacks. Powder Snow getting all the freezes. I hope that trend continues, unless, of course, Powder Snow is used against us. I think Hariyama is going to be a pretty good member of the party, especially when we can teach it some better moves. There will be a TM a little bit later that in the original games was Seismic Toss. I'm not sure what it is in the remake, but I'm hoping that it'll be something pretty cool. Probably not a TM, but another item. In any case, better to have it than not. I think that the guy who gives us the TM for Dig is going to give us the TM for whatever replaced Dig. Okay, Giraffe's going to use Sword Sands. Might be a good idea to get out of here. Okay, or we'll just win. I like some of the alternate classes that these trainers can take. The Artisan, the Weightlifter, etc. Some of them actually make sense. The Cops for the last, maybe not so much. Men for Bug Catcher. At least the Bug Catcher is kind of a guy. But there we go. So, Hariyama is doing some good work right here. We're reducing our dependency on Jellybob a little bit. Another option that we have is, once we get the SS ticket, then we're actually free to go all the way to Vermilion City. We don't have to beat Misty right away. Of course, we have the option of beating Misty right away, and it's probably a good one to take, but at this stage in the game, Misty is actually kind of strong. Oh, Sky Attack, don't miss. Misty is actually kind of strong. She has 2 Pokemon, one of which is at level 21. And I can see that giving us some trouble if it's a type that Jellybob doesn't like. That being said, now that our team is getting better... and we get poisoned there, that's a little unfortunate. Now that our team is getting stronger, we'll be able to take more Pokemon more consistently. In other words, at the beginning of the game, we were pretty weak, and chances were that the opponents were going to have some tougher Pokemon. As we go later in the game, it's actually going to get a little bit easier, because then instead of having tough Pokemon, the other trainers might have some weaker Pokemon instead. By that point, hopefully we'll have a good enough team that we can take just about any threat out on our own. Tristian? Oh god. Tristian with the Rayquaza. Let's see if Powder Snow works. Super effective. Wow! We just one-shotted our Rayquaza with Powder Snow. What is going on? I wonder if it's still the dragon flying type that it is before. Rayquaza recently, the Mega Rayquaza is the only Pokemon to be banned from the Ubers tier. It's kicked into its own anything goes tier. Okay, Crabhammer, this is good. Okay, let's get Disable out of here. No more Disable. Nature Power is interesting. What Nature Power does is it'll turn into a different move depending on the kind of terrain that we're on. So for the grass terrains, it's always going to be Sun Spore, which isn't bad. Maybe we'll be able to get a better attack later on. I'm not sure what the other moves are. I think indoors it becomes Swift, and then in water it becomes something aquatic. Here we freeze the Kingdra. Ooh, now the Kingdra has huge power. I don't think it would show us what ability we would receive, though. Of course it is Morning Sun. Okay. I'm gonna switch to Jelly Bob in this scenario, make sure we can take it out before it recovers all of its health points quickly. Well, now we have huge power, and that's good for us. Kill it, killed it, killed it. Okay, let's use Soft Boil because might as well. Then we'll be able to Soft Boil our health onto our allies in addition. So yeah, so far this is going pretty smoothly. Adding Hariyama really adds a lot to the team. I'm excited for what we'll get in the future. Hariyama was definitely the best Pokemon for the job there. As for the Gligar, I agree with Nick that it doesn't seem that useful. It's not going to evolve, and we're kind of stuck with the abilities and moves that it's given. It would have to learn a lot of nice moves relatively quickly in order for it to actually be worth it. I do think the Gligar is marginally better than the Nose Pass, but not really enough that I would want to get out of it. So there I backed around the hype here just to make sure that we moved out of the way enough for this guy. Another Liliana? Really? Crabhammer is a powerful attack, but it can miss. Oh, Flame Body, that's lame. I think I have a Burn Heal. Wigglytuff. Yeah, I'll stick it out. Endure, I guess you'll stick it out too. And Wigglytuff also has color change, that's fun. So if it's a water type, I think we can KO it again with another Powder Snow. I'm just gonna play, you know what, I'll just play it safe. I don't want to risk anything stupid like Crabhammer missing and then having a really powerful attack that kills us. And we did get burned there by that Flame Body. Play it safe for once. Okay, so now I'll use that Burn Heal that I hopefully have. Okay, one Burn Heal. Time to restock after this. Let's get Jelly Bob to bring Hairy Arms' HP back up a little more. And we're good to go. Another thing, when we... Hey, it is a TM, and it is Feint Attack. Cool. Here's a free item, Soothe Bell. So, what was I saying? Another thing that I was thinking about is, unlike Gligar and Nosepass, Bellsprout might not be that useless, because Bellsprout will evolve later, and when it evolves into Weepinbell, its stat distribution is going to change completely, as well as its type. So essentially, Weepinbell is a completely different Pokemon, speak of the devil. It might be worth it to train Bellsprout out to Weepinbell, and then even if we don't like Weepinbell, it'll evolve again into Victreebel. Victreebel would... also a different type change, also a different moveset. The thing is, with the Pokemon that evolve by Stone, they stop learning attacks once they evolve. So we have to make sure that when we do that, it'll have a moveset that we like and that we're comfortable holding on to for a while. We'd have to teach it new moves via TM if we would want to change the moves that are in its slot initially. Man, Hariyama doing so much work. Well, except for the Azumarill, perhaps. Let's Sky Attack it. I'm feeling gutsy. Maybe with the Screech I'm a little too gutsy. Yeah, okay. Good. How are we on stats? Our defense still isn't that good, kind of funny. Our special defense is amazing though, as well as a solid HP stat. I wonder if the HP stats are different from the originals. That's a bit of a reference to the Gen 2 games. In Gen 2, Misty was caught with a date at this cape. Bill, the true blue Pokemaniac. Let's help him out. And now let's run away. Screw you. How is he ever gonna get out? Well, it turns out that he's out already. He didn't even need our help to get out. We're just going to turn him back into a real boy. And he's a real boy! Hooray! In the anime, he shows up in a Kabuto suit initially, and he's a lot more intimidating as well. Okay, so let's go. We got the SS ticket, but before we do that, I want to see his favorite Pokemon. They are indeed EV3. Yeah, okay. Well, at least we've seen them now. I guess now we can go through the Pokédex and look at where EV might be. Unknown. Can we find Jolteon? That's what really matters. Unknown. Okay. Well, someday. Alright, so that was all the trainers on that route. Not too shabby at all. I'm gonna go back and get this guy that we passed up earlier. I saw your feet from the grass. Not his F-E-E-T feet, but his F-E-A-T as in his accomplishments. And he has a Tyranitar, so this guy, proving to beat him might also be a feat in itself. I'm gonna switch to Jelly Bob just to be sure. Pin Missile. Onyx wouldn't like that. Yeah, we're really going through these guys without too much issues. I hope I'm not going to be putting my foot in my mouth later for saying that. Oh boy, okay. I'm of two minds in regards to that. One, it's good that we're not going through issues for the purposes of going through the game, but it does make these videos a little less interesting. There's a lot less suspense when we're playing it very safe and making sure that we keep everyone alive. That being said, there's plenty of opportunity for us to screw up, and I'm sure something is going to come along that has explosion that we weren't expecting and just destroy us. And then all of a sudden we'll be on the back foot again, but hopefully by that point we'll have enough good Pokemon in the PC that we'll be able to train and level a couple of the other ones up. Again, getting through the early game, Jelly Bob was so amazing. Okay, here I'm not thinking too much about the types. If Metal Claw wasn't effective and Rock Blast wasn't effective, then it stands to reason that Arcanine might be Steel type, which means that Shadow Ball will also probably not be effective. It might be good to go to Hairy Arm here and use some Crab Hammer instead. Spike Cannon doesn't affect Hairy Arm? Really? I thought that was a water type attack, but I guess it's normal. Mallory. Alright, so long. So I'm gonna leave the gym to Nick, but what I would like to do is, now that we've cleared out the trainers on the way to Bill and got the SS ticket, we can go into this house. These guys have been robbed, and here we'll find the robber. If you're going to rob a place, then it might do you better to not stand 6 feet away from the place that you literally just robbed and clearly have the TM as evidence. Sand streams. That's annoying. And Mischievous is also buffeted by the sandstorm. That's funny. No problem. Crabhammer is a good go-to attack. And Hariyama is at level 25, which is nice. Okay, so we get TM28. Originally the TM for Dig. The guys inside are gonna say it's the TM for Dig, but we know that it is the TM for Swallow. No thanks. Okay. Well, let's catch a Pokemon. I wasn't expecting to be catching a Pokemon today, but we're in a position that we can do that, so cool. 13 Pokeballs as well as the Master and the Nest Ball, so that'll be fine. What is our selection for Route 5? It is Togetic. Wow, level 16. Okay, can get behind this. Let's use Powder Snow, not too damaging. Hopefully. Okay, yeah, we're fine. Look at that swagger. Okay. Let's see if I can catch it here. If not, then I'll switch to Jelly Bob. Also, if Nature Power turns into Sunspore, then that would help us to paralyze it. Wow, tripping on my words. But anyway, we catch the Togetic. Paralyze it. And let's give a nickname to it. Let's call it Misty, after Misty, who later gets a Togetic in the show. Not the most creative with these nicknames, but that's fine. Okay, so here's the daycare. I'm actually gonna put Bellsprout in here. So Bellsprout will gain levels as long as we're running around and moving. We'll be able to get him out later, and when we get him out later, then he'll probably be at a level ripe enough to evolve into a Weepinbell. In the meantime, let's get Misty out and see what Misty can do. Male Misty. Pokédoll. That lets us get away. Another Ghost Rock type, so it's a good thing that we have some Ghost types on the team. If anyone wants to try to Explosion or Self-Destruct on us, then we have go-to Pokemon to get around that. Rock Blast. Rock Blast is such a popular move. Dream Eater, Mega Drain, and Swagger. Okay, not the worst moveset. Dream Eater with no Hypnosis is pretty much a dead move, but maybe we can replace it with our TMs from earlier. Let's see. Misty, decent attack, decent special attack. Yeah, just decent all around. Not too exciting in any particular area. So cool, that'll be a solid choice to round out the team. I think there might be some items around here. Nope. Nope, maybe not. No buried items. Okay, that's fine. In that case, let's see what our opportunity costs are. Actually, no. I'll go fight the trainers in the gym and leave at least one of the trainers in the gym. We'll go fight some of the trainers in the gym and then leave Misty, actual Misty, to Nick. So this guy is using Splash, and he is a breeder. And with a Slowpoke, I'll switch out to Hariyama, now that we have the option of switching to Hariyama. Such a solid Pokemon. Okay. Crabhammer! Oh, I didn't heal, so no PP for Crabhammer after this. Granbull, that's fine. Let's Powder Snow. Critical hit, sweet! Powder Snow did KO a Rayquaza, but not a Togetic. Good to know. What do you have? She's more than good enough for us, allegedly. Misty doesn't have to be bothered, allegedly. Chef Rachel makes us a Ladian. I'll bring Cassio back into the mix. We hadn't seen much Cassio lately. Okay. Thanks for fighting, Cassio. See you later. Yeah, Cassio I don't think is gonna get that much better than it is now. Jelly Bob does have a good moveset at this point. The problem is that it does get completely walled by steel types as it is now. I'm sure we'll get some good moves to use later. I do agree with Nick's point on not getting submission. Okay, so we beat the gym trainers. Can leave Misty to Nick, although you also have the option of just ignoring Misty for now and going all the way, doing the SSN stuff. Fighting Surge before Misty even is an option. At least I think it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. So, let's save outside this Poke Center again. And this will end my segment. Have a great day!